Hello, my name is Justin McIntosh, and today I'm going to be talking to you about connectivism. Through this presentation, we'll be talking about who the learners are, who the teacher is, and what the teacher's role, the creativity needs of the student, how they are using inquiry-based learning, project-based learning, the classroom design and learning spaces, how it can be used, and multiple different assignments that can be used in the classroom. But first, to start off, we need to talk about what connectivism is. Through all the research that I've read, there are four main ideas to connectivism: connectedness, openness, diversity, and autonomy. Through those, there are many subtopics that really lead down to the core of what connectivism is and how it helps students. Connected learners are ones that have all four, or most of the four, major categories available to them. Normally we think of connected as being with other groups or with other people. However, in connectivism, it really is how you are connected to the information given. Through research and technology, you can see that connectedness is really the research you do, how you get it through blogs, internet, research papers, and through other students' or peers' opinions. Through that, you will come across factual information, educated opinions, and students will find new ideas from others' opinions. A student will also have autonomy, which as we know it is independent. But really, when you do the research on connectivism, it is not quite independence. It's really choice, control, and a little bit of independence. Through choice, it's learning successes and failures. You have the option to do what you think is best. Once you go through those successes and failures, you really are working on your determination and grit. Through control, you find out and know what you need. Students who have control over their choices will soon figure out what works best for them and what doesn't, which really helps their decision-making skills. And through independence, we have self-knowledge, self-expression, and self-direction, which really comes down to problem-solving skills, creativity, and motivation. Openness. Again, we think of the idea of sharing and collaborating with others, which is pretty close in connectivism. It really is sharing resources, sharing innovating ideas and expertise, and creating new and innovative information. Through sharing resources, we find useful information, what works, what doesn't work, and where you can find good resources. Through that, students learn to help others, to help their groups or individuals find where they can find the same information. Through sharing of innovative ideas is where you can use small groups or even presentations, one like this, where the student has the option to create something that can help other students. And through creating new information, they gain critical thinking. And through critical thinking, as we know, they're working on problem solving and reflecting because it's more of a trial and error basis. And finally, there's diversity. Through diversity, we generally think of gender, race, and others. Through connectivism, it's really making those personal connections, feeling that you're caring and belonging to a group, and collaborating. Through personal connections, students learn to work well with others. At the same time, they gain social skills. Through caring and belonging, they're building that personal connection and emotional connection to what they're learning, which is going to build on their responsibility of wanting to do the work and wanting to understand what's going on, as opposed to having to. In the collaborating process, they're learning social interactions, and they're really building confidence in themselves. Through this idea of connectivism, the students are really gathering all of these skills, and they're gathering the information which we want them to learn. In this idea of connectivism, teachers need to be these same kind of attitudes: connected, open, diverse, and autonomous. We need to help scaffold students to build upon these ideas. The inquiry-based learning is students doing the research, talking with other students, creating ideas, whereas the project-based learning is really more of the diversity and openness, where they're actually creating, doing a project, and then sharing it with others. The classroom should be open. My class currently does alternative seating, and it's really getting the students to get up, move around, and be comfortable in their workspace. There should be many materials available to them, whether the students want to write papers, do presentations, make videos like this, or use the internet for their tools. It's more of a space where they can come in to a group and then jump out of a group. Work independently with a group, with a partner, or through student and teacher support. One sample I can think of as a project or an assignment is our Native American assignment we just worked on. The students have the option to choose their own Native American tribe or region. They do their own research, whether it's through students, through textbooks, through the internet, blogs, any way they can find their information. From there they move on, and they have to find students that have different regions than they do, and they have to share their ideas. Through this, they have the option of who they want to work with, what they want to work on, and then they have to build a project or presentation sharing the information that they've learned. Another assignment could be a science assignment, where they get to pick one of the STEM scopes that we work on. They have to design it for another student, and they have to pick one that they like. So they are personally connected, they're sharing their expertise, teaching it to another student, and having another student teach it back to someone else. Through this process, all of this is really the idea of connectivism, having the students be personally involved, having them self-express themselves and be creative, being able to share their ideas, and finally be able to use technology to their advantage. Thank you.